Hello, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I have a very fun video for you guys today. I've prepared a presentation on my husbandos in chronological order, all the 2D men that I had an obsession with as a child, and let me tell you, most of them could still get it. Okay, so we're gonna start off strong here with Spideris from Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends. And I had forgotten about this one, okay? I'm sorry, King, but my friend put on the Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends movie, and it all came rushing back when I saw his beautiful face. I was like, I had forgotten how much of an impression this left on me, because I think I would consider this like my first childhood crush, probably, because I watched this when I was very young. And what I like about him is he is the antagonist of the series, so he's actually really evil and scary, and everyone is scared of him, and no one likes him. And he has this like really creepy and evil energy about him that I found very attractive. Okay, and then we have Brock from Pokemon, and this one was a point of contention in my first friendship as a child too, because we would fight over who would get to marry Brock, and my friend was like a little bit more of a dominant personality at the time, so I said like, fine, you can have him, but in my heart of hearts, I knew that he would choose me. And what I like about him is he kind of has this like bumbling fool persona about him, but he's still like a really loyal and good friend. And then of course his love for Nurse Joy is just so beautiful, and like I think we all want a lover boy just like that, don't we? All right, we have Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, and this one, okay, this has been illuminating for some of my adult preferences, this is for sure. Yeah, the stoner type, definitely the bumbling fool kind of vibe going on here. And yeah, he brings this like fun, playful, gestury quality to the gang. Ruh-roh. And yeah, like you just wouldn't really rely on him for anything important, but that's almost what makes him so endearing, is he's kind of just there for fun. Okay, we have Geronimo Stilton, and this is kind of going in a different direction, okay? This is where the desire for intellect starts to come in, because Geronimo Stilton is a very intelligent man, and at times he can be a little silly or like a little bit bumbling, perhaps, but in general, he is a quite competent and intelligent man, and let's be honest, it's not about the personality, it's about the fact that he's a cute little mouse. Yeah, the anthropomorphic animal theme is very strong in this presentation, as you will see. Okay, we have Tuxedo Mask from Sailor Moon, and I think this one is obvious because this is every girl's supreme fantasy, is it not? Like, he's mysterious, he's charming, romantic, and like, so in the concept of Jungian psychology, every man has a female aspect of the unconscious within him called the anima, and every woman has the male aspect of the unconscious within her called the animus, and it can be personified, and my personification of the animus is literally Tuxedo Mask. And like, I didn't realize this because I had drawn him, and then I was like, this looks kind of familiar, and then when I was like, oh, it's Tuxedo Mask. So I think this made a very strong impression on me as a child, evidently. And I like his outfit, like the top hat. Alright, we have Ikuto from Shugochara, and I watched a lot of Shugochara as a kid, but there's so many episodes, I never finished it. But what I like about him is his mysterious cat boy demeanor. He's kind of dark, yeah, he's this dark, mysterious vibe to him, and he's highly independent. Like, he's going on his quest, and he doesn't really, like, let people in that easily, and I think this kind of guarded nature is what is appealing. And the cat ears, of course. Okay, we have the Baron from The Cat Returns. Oh, he might be my goat. He might be my goat. I mean, he's fun, but he's also very serious at times. He makes his own blend of tea, and his home is very beautiful. Like, I would love to go to his house. And he's just this really gentle, reassuring presence that acts kind of like as a guide in some ways, but it's also very protective and just like so classy and well dressed. All right, we have Sherlock Holmes from Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century specifically, but just Sherlock Holmes in general as well. Like, I read the stories as a kid. And what I like about him is he's just very intelligent, and also like this very independent and like almost ostracized. Like, he doesn't really get along with a lot of people very well, except for his best friend Watson. But what I like about him is, yeah, he's very intelligent. He can read people very well. He kind of has this feeling of like being above it all, of like, oh, something was hard for you. Actually, it's elementary to me. And I also find his character charming because he's like a little bit of a mess in some ways. Like, he is canonically a drug addict. All right, moving on. We have Sebastian from Black Butler. And this is like a bit of a normie pick, but again, this is one that's just so obvious because, of course, every woman wants a butler. And like, he, again, is like this protective, dark, mysterious figure, who you wouldn't want to be on his bad side, but he's like the number one person you'd want on your team. Like, he's very powerful. And yeah, you would definitely want him to protect you and like carry you around like CL. All right, then we have Huey from Mystic Archives of Dantalion, which is my favorite anime series of all time, and it's very underseen, so I recommend that you watch it. And what I like about him is, again, like very classy, but also like has this kind of fun, playful, goofy side to him, and again, very well dressed, tall. And the dynamic that he has with Dalian is very cute in the show. I think that's like especially what makes it, is like not just him as a character, but seeing their personalities play off of each other is the entertaining part of it. Yeah, so cute. All right, we have Gil from Pandora Hearts, and I both read the manga and watched the show. But I think the manga honestly maybe made a stronger impression on me. And I had a lot of fantasies about Gil like whisking me away from my dreary existence. Like, I would sit in my backyard in my childhood home and just like look into the trees and imagine him walking out and being like, okay, it's time to go. Your calling has arrived. Enough of this dreary existence. Come with me. And yeah, that feeling of being swept off your feet was definitely very present in my notions of romance. And with Gil, again, it's like this dark, he's kind of like a bit of a tortured soul. But yeah, like kind of with this playfulness in a way as well, of like, I wouldn't quite call it smug exactly, but yeah, just this dark, mysterious. Sorry, I'm just like looking way too lustfully at this picture that I need to move on. Okay, we have Ginkgo from Mushishi, and what I like about him is, again, like this quality of independence, of like he kind of just goes around to all these different places with only himself. So he's like a very strong, introverted character. And again, like kind of guarded. Like, you only see a little bit of his backstory in the show, even. Like, most of the time, he's really focused on helping other people with their problems. And so I love that his life journey is like dedicated to being a healer and helping people. And also that he has this really strong connection to nature and to his spirituality and creating harmony in the world. And I just find that very appealing and noble. All right, we have Cicero from Skyrim, and I did in fact download the mod so that you can marry Cicero, because he's just, I want him as my companion. I love his dark side about how you can talk to him about kind of like evil and scary things, but then he has this like maniacal laughter, and I feel like his laughter is kind of like one of his best traits. And it's funny looking at this because it's like, the Skyrim graphics are so off-putting and disgusting now, like looking at them, but like as a preteen, like let me tell you, I was lusting over this man, and it's just funny looking at it now, and I was like, wow, my imagination was really doing some heavy lifting in this case. All right, this is moving into high school now. Okay, we have Rance, and this is like a bit of a problematic fave, because Rance's whole concept is that he just kind of goes around like battling and dominating women, and then like, yeah, he's like a womanizer is his whole character, and he does in fact have allegations against him, which yeah, he's definitely guilty, but listen, I would still let him swing that sword at me, is all I'm saying. All right, and now this is like a really dark pick, I would say. This is like, I guess like the final evolution of like, by the end of high school, this is where I got to my psychosexual obsessions. Reiji from Kara no Shoujo, which is one of my favorite visual novels, if not my favorite, perhaps. And again, he also has allegations, but only if you get the bad ending right. Like, if you get one ending, he's kind of a womanizer. You get one ending, he's a good guy. Then you get one ending, and he... Let's not talk about that one, okay? But what I like about him is, again, he's a detective. He's very intelligent, and he has this darkness to him as well, where it's like he's very close to these dark scary aspects of the human psyche, and there's almost this overlap of like into his character as well. So like he carries this darkness with him, and he's just very mysterious and intelligent. Yeah, okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this short presentation. I feel like it gave me a lot of insights into myself that I'm like not necessarily sure how to handle. It's really funny, and I hope that you enjoy being able to psychoanalyze me a little bit for my preferences in men, because this is truly the distillation of it, of like, it says so much about me, is all I'm gonna say. And I hope that this inspires you to maybe reflect on some of the childhood fictional crushes you had as well, or maybe even make a similar video where you discuss it, because it's just a lot of fun. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.